Welcome to the I&M Canal State Trail. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm coming to you today from William G. Stratton State Park in Morris, Illinois. It is at this location where we are going to continue another segment of the I&M Canal Trail. You can see over there is where you can get up to the trail. I believe we've completed it all the way east, so we have to complete the segment between Morris and Seneca. The Morris to Seneca segment is only about 10 miles each way, so it's not going to be too long of a ride. Though I believe right at the beginning there is a detour we're going to have to deal with that I'm unfamiliar with. So it might take a little time trying to figure out exactly which is the best way to go from the detour. Hopefully they have it marked. So as far as the I&M Canal Trail goes, it really depends on what location you're riding. That'll determine the type of ride you have and the trail conditions. Some of the trail conditions we've seen on the I&M Canal Trail have been pretty bad. So I'm not expecting very much out of this section, to the point where I'm convinced at this point that this will be the last time I ride this section. But to be a completionist, I wanted to complete the trail as it's almost 80 miles long or thereabouts. So let's check out this section. So the missing segment is from Morris, where we're at right now, to Seneca and back. And it's only about 10 miles each way, making for just over a 20-mile ride. Okay, so they have signage up for this detour. It looks like the detour is 1.2 miles ahead. The signage is not great for this trail. If you want to continue towards Seneca, you'll have to take the detour by taking the bridge to the right. I want to see what it looks like where the bridge is out, so we continue going forward. Okay, so this is as far as we can make it here. The problem is, looks like the bridge is down. So rather than Illinois spend some tax money on fixing this state trail, they've decided to spend money on a barbed wire fence, which blocks the way completely. So it's at this point, we're gonna have to go around and cross to the other side and then detour all the way around to get to the opposite side of this. Okay, so as you saw, we backtracked here. It looks like the way to avoid the big detour down over this way is just to cut across on this bridge right here, right by Calhoun. Okay, so as you could see here, it shows that the I&M Canal State Trail runs on both sides for this section, but this is where we just came from before we turned around and went back. So this connects to the other side of the trail over this way. But now we're just gonna make our way back to Calhoun. I believe we're gonna take it up to this street here, cut over this street here and take it to that other state park. Okay, Gebhard Woods, you can see here they have a big parking lot. They have restrooms back there. So this actually looks like a good place to start the trail from if you wanted to avoid the whole detour. So now all we gotta do is figure out how to get back on the trail. So you can see the problem in front of us with our heavy bikes. Taking it up all these stairs is definitely not something we're interested in doing. So looking here, it looks like the staircase is right here that'll connect you to the trail. I also see something here, so we're going to check out that next to see if that gives us access to the trail without stairs. Okay, so as you saw, there was a way to avoid the stairs. So now we're just going to continue down here and make our way to Seneca. So as you saw, the sign indicates that the trail's closed. This is obviously the other side of where the bridge is. So I just want to see how far we can get, see what kind of view of that bridge we can get. And as soon as we can't ride anymore, we'll turn back around and then finally make our way to Seneca. Okay, so we've hit the other side, the fence here, barbed wire, right here at Nettle Creek. The trail does not continue this way. So at this point, all that's left to do is just backtrack to where we just were by that bridge. Okay, so we finally made our way all the way to Seneca. Last time we were at this location was in 2020. This is the I&M Canal, the way back we're going to go to make our way back to Morris. There is a Casey's gas station over here in case you need to use a restroom or get some liquid in you. And the trail just continues down this way. Right here, it's very hard to actually even see the trail with all the grass, but the trail continues that way. You'd end up going to Ottawa, and if you want to continue your way, you can make your way all the way down to LaSalle or Peru, if the access to Peru is still open. So I'm going to fact check this when I get home, but I believe this is the final segment of the I&M Canal Trail for us. So if memory serves, we've completed the I&M Canal State Trail. Right now we're in Seneca. We just did the Morris to Seneca section. In that 2020 trip, we did Ottawa to Seneca up here. And then in that same trip, we did Ottawa to where it ends in Peru. Last year, we did that ride from Morris all the way to Channahon over here. And then we started a ride from Channahon and made our way all the way to Brandon Road. According to the Illinois Department of Natural Resources, the I&M Canal State Trail runs from LaSalle to Rockdale. So according to them, we have completed the I&M Canal State Trail. According to the Rails to Trails Conservancy, there are 2 extra sections of that trail. Let's take a closer look. They include a section that starts at Joliet Ironworks and works its way north through Lockport to Romeo Road. We've already completed that portion of trail, but they do show one section that we have not completed yet. While it's not part of the state trail, it is part of the I&M Canal Trail system. That smaller section of trail runs from just north of Romeo Road and south of 83. Hopefully we will complete that section later this year. But interestingly, the Rails to Trails Conservancy does not include this section of trail. The John Hussar I&M Canal paved trail runs basically from 83 to 294. We completed that portion of trail last year. So trail condition, as you saw, was very mediocre. This trail is an Illinois state trail. I would think that they'd want to take a little more pride in their trails because they could definitely bring bicyclists in from around the state if they just spent a little money to make this trail what it very much could be. As you saw, there's several sections that go into 2-track or even 1-track, single track on the trail with multiple trees down between these sections here, so it doesn't appear that anybody's really looking at the trail to try and make trail improvements. So for us, this is one of those check off of the checklist rides, but unless they make a bunch of improvements, I don't believe I would ride this trail again. There's much better trails in the area, including the Kankakee River Trail, which is way better than this trail here. So all that's left is for us to go back down this way, just over 10 miles back to the car. We're not going to have to do any of the exploration to see exactly what the detour looks like on each side. So the way back should be a bunch faster than it was on the way here. Okay, we are back in Gebhard Woods. Now we're going to be doing that detour again, this time in reverse, to make our way back to the trail, back to the car. As always, when given an opportunity, especially on Independence Day weekend, take a moment to recognize Old Glory. Not much of a breeze, but standing proud nonetheless. Okay, so we made it back to William G. Stratton State Park. We parked over on the other side of the restrooms here. It looks like obviously this is a big boat launch area. So as I figured, the trail was pretty mediocre, and it is still neglected by the state of Illinois, unfortunately. So let me know what you think of the trail in the comments below. If you've ridden this trail and you have a favorite spot, especially on this section of trail, let me know in the comments below. I'd be interested to find out if there's something worth coming back for at this trail. So that's all I got from the I&M Canal State Trail in Morris, Illinois. I hope all of you had an awesome and safe Independence Day. I'll catch you on the next ride. Do you have a trail recommendation for me? Let me know in the comments below.